And now we're into quarterfinal 4.
Yeah, the foil doesn't wait. We're straight back into it. Didn't even get to digest.
And it's the clash of the Brazilians. Italo Ferreira, world champ in 2019. And he came up clutch last night in the night surfing session. Came down to the last wave. Got an 8.5 to get the second seed. And moved him into quarter 4 against Joao Chianca. Great positioning here from Italo. And he is deadly when it comes to the backhand. Maybe the fastest surfer on the planet right now. So good start here for Ferreira. Moving down the line. Awesome work right there. Straight up into the lip. Oh, his technique is so good.
That was sketchy.
Nearly lost it. Recovered well in the barrel right now. And how's that tempo? When he's in the barrel, comes out for the throw tail reverse. And my, oh my, there's a reason why he's a former world champ. He can perform when he needs to.
Yeah, and again, you think about the phases of the wave. There's the outside section where he's able to fit 4 turns in. Finish all there, so great solid number. I think this is the outside work. Look at it, he's just spitting it in and then goes into the barrel. Again, that speed control so important to lengthen the barrel ride. Comes out at the right time with a bunch of speed and then goes to work on this inside performance section. Hooking his way through it, timing where and when, and then that sketchy drift actually put him in good position for the barrel. That little hesitation actually puts you late going into it, and the finish, little cupped out section, gets all low, whips that tail, pokes that nose, reverses around, no worries. See, he touched his rail.
A lot of activity on waves. Normally catches around 10, 12 waves on average per heat in the ocean. Here at the Surf Ranch, though, you only get 4 opportunities here in the quarters or better. He's starting off on the left with a carve. Great second snap right there in the pocket. Into the lip line. Ferreira moving down the line with a lot of speed. Once again up into the lip. That's more like it from Italo. And he is just moving down the line with clutch performances on this wave so far. Great variation of the maneuvers right there. Throwing the tail around for the reverse. Once again, the layback snap. This kind of surfing got him into the session today, into the quarterfinals. Great positioning for the barrel, and he's going to come out. Easy money here for Italo Ferreira.
Wow. Joao is going to feel this one because that is another great number from Italo, and I think he's feeling it. And, you know, this atmosphere, this is a type of atmosphere, again, where Italo will rise to the occasion and feel the energy from the crowd. Right there, straight into a massage, and they're squeezing his legs, hitting that lactic acid out of there. We've seen Theraguns, we've seen all sorts of different ways to do it, but it is definitely real.
And here's #1 in the world, Joao Chianca, the young surfer from Saquarema, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And he is fast, he's explosive. Got a lot of body language on this wave already. Looks much better on this wave than what we saw yesterday. Deep in the pit. Is he still in there? And no. Too deep.
Finals day, pushing it. Hey, he was on fire. Again, those 4 turns on the outside, building momentum. Then the barrel is super deep, but then the trap door. You think about what everything looks good, though. I mean, this looks like easily this type of surfing that needs to happen on the finals day. Those 4 turns outside, and then the barrel holding the wall deep, 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 and that point right there just falls through the bottom. He was holding on as long as he possibly could. Let's see if we can see inside. That fine razor's edge of being just too deep. See, the foam ball comes up underneath the board. He's right there riding it, riding it, riding it, and then all of a sudden just whoof, it just disappears from underneath. You have to be on top and almost you get pushed forward through it. But as soon as you fall and the board goes behind the foam ball, just there's the trap door and it's gone.
Yeah, and that channel on board. Joao Chianca right now, #1. Ethan Ewing still in the draw. Felipe. And of course, can't forget about Gabriel Magina also getting a quarterfinal finish. He was #7 coming into this event. All on the line for a spot in the WSL Final 5 and the Rip Curl WSL Finals. Chianca, first left here. Great start. I like the energy. Into the lip. Looking for the variation, though. Strong turn in the pocket. That was nice. And does he get too caught behind? Might make it around this section. Seems like he's okay. And
if he gets around, it's going to have to be something gigantic.
No, it's too deep.
It's so hard. You're just 5 feet too deep. Hard to get around it.
And then 7-5 in a score line. What do you think went wrong here, Pete?
Yeah, the hook underneath, in that section right there, the read is, it's almost you have to float it. And it was like, it looks steep, but in that moment, generally that section's afloat because it starts to run really quickly. So the hook underneath just timed in the wrong place on the wave. I mean, this is such a long wave, and you want to press on the finals day. You want to make those critical sections worthwhile, and unfortunately when you do that, you get caught behind a little bit.
No wonder I was so excited about that turn. Nobody's done it in that section before. There hadn't been a goofy footer that had won there in around 20 years, maybe even more, Pete, up until that point in 2019. Both made the final.
That was a battle, big time.
And the waves were pumping too. It was big, it was mean, nasty, and they just rose up to the occasion. So securing at least his best result so far at the Surf Ranch Pro is Italo. He's never made finals day before. And as of right now, he's in first place moving into the semifinals. Great start there on this wave. Amazing stall into the barrel right there for Italo. And he's in there for a long time too. Strider, how's this wave for you?
Well, like a page right out of the book. I mean, every time that first half goes exactly the same, now he's just going to town. This is where the variation will come in on the inside. This is where we get to see what else he's got as he's just delivering knife cuts through those, slicing the sashimi off that, and just looking beautiful. Comes out here into the backside rotor and hangs on like a cat. That was amazing. Oh, that look right there. Did you see the eyes? Wow.
Yeah,
Beautiful work.
He's locked in, looking to better a 7.5 as his low score on the right. Italo Ferreira currently in the lead of quarterfinal number 4.
It's huge. That's what you got to do. You got to build upon your score line each and every time you get an opportunity. So let's see what he can do here on the left.
Well, this is where his money's been made so far in this event. 8.5 last night, last wave of the night surfing session. Made it into the quarterfinals because of that wave. And now in this heat so far, a 9.07. That's what he's looking to improve on. A lot of speed. He is quick. Into the lip a few times in a row. Just really love the acceleration that he has down the line. Grabs the rail, brings it back around. Up and over the section. Once again, throws it. That's just a cool maneuver to look at. Down carve right there for Italo. Acing himself here for the inside. Is he going to stall for the barrel, or is he going to go for the air? Prepping, goes for the Superman.
Yes.
And no way, nearly had it.
That was sick.
That was amazing.
Yes, it was, Grom. Yeah, I was on the backside, though.
Yeah.
So here we go, looking at it. He pumps, times it, gets his legs almost there, and had the landing. The transition is a very tight transition. Look at that back angle of it. Got the pop. He has the best pop. Almost there. Almost had the legs completely straight, but pretty rad that he got him back on the board, right on the pad, but the nose pokes. And he knew it. He's like, I had that.
Let's live up to that statement, baby. Let's see it.
And here he goes. Looking to live up to the hype. A lot of energy on that first turn right there. Good amount of spray on the second one, too. He looks lively on this one. Love to see it on the outside. Stalling for the barrel right now. And he's in there, capitalizing on this section.
Oh, he's still there.
Is he coming out?
He's still there.
Is he coming out? He's coming out.
Oh man.
He was right there. So unfortunately for him, with that fall, his chances of qualifying for the semis are done.
Yeah, that was nuts. Let's take a look at it from this angle. He's going to be gone for a long time. And he is there, he's there, he's there. You can see the black hair in the top of the tube for a moment.
I mean, the list can go on and on. The next few events for a lot of these guys in the quarterfinals, good stops for them, Pete. As we look at Joao right now, he's just going to try to put on a show on the left. His last wave of the event. Out of contention for a spot in the semis. Would need 2 scores. Flowing through the motions right here. Riding a different board on the left compared to the opening exchange.
I love that. I think it's a perfect thing to do. It really is something that if you're in tune with your equipment, why wouldn't you? Find the wave or find the board that's going to work the best for you going whichever direction. I mean, I think the future is even subtle asymmetrics. You know, why not?
Well, Britt Merrick did talk about positioning of his fins for this wave of the Surf Ranch. How about that stall in the barrel? One of the best in the business when it comes to barrel riding. And Chianca will finish his run here at the Surf Ranch Pro, presented by 805 Beer that way. So he's going to have to be content with the quarterfinal finish. And waving to the fans right there, thanking them for finals day. Looking at the replay here first, Pete.
Yeah, and again, I think this is just, again, more practice time. I mean, ultimately, every wave that you gain here is going to be experience for the future. You know, ultimately, I feel like I'd love to keep the Surf Ranch on the tour, especially with this format the way it's set up now. Again, I love the diversity of the tour, all the different spots, all the different styles and pressures that you're going to deal with. You know, some you're dealing with nature, some you're dealing with the crowd and the fans.
Impressive when you look at a sophomore, somebody who didn't make the cut last season, and now he's leading the rankings. Here's the final bracket. Colapinto up against Toledo in the semifinal, and semifinal number 2, Ethan Ewing, Italo Ferreira.